What's up, guys? Tomahawk here, and welcome back to the factions. We're playing on a new server. A server we haven't played on before. It's my server. It's Viratic MC. Well, the factions part is actually called QZ, but we're gonna call it Viratic MC because that's what we do in things. Welcome back to factions, guys. The series is not over. We're actually continuing on this server. Obviously, if you guys watched my announcement video, then you guys know that I'm actually doing this server right now. You know, we have our own faction server. And for those of you who guys don't know, I partnered up with one of my buddies who used to be a mod back on MCSG back in the day, a long time ago. And I'm gonna go ahead and fly really quick. And we basically partnered up for a faction server, and just a server, because this actually also has prison and kit PvP right now, and also have more stuff in the future. Just a matter of like time and like getting all the bugs sorted with the stuff that we currently have. But we made a faction server. This is it right here. This is actually the spawn area, and really we're gonna be doing the future of our faction series on this server. And if you guys are wondering what the IP is, it'll be in the description. But if you guys want to connect to the server, it's hub.viraticmc.net. Then you can head over to the portal or use your compass to get over to factions, and then you'll be able to come over here and play with me right now. And we did a stream on it like 2 days ago, and we played a little bit yesterday as well. But we currently have let's see how many people are on right now. We have 70 people who are currently on the faction server, which isn't bad because I actually haven't uploaded a video on this yet. And you know, it's a good decent amount of people for, like, you know, a server that's just starting up. So I'm looking really forward to the future of this sort of thing. Basically, what we're going to do in this episode is I want to show you guys the features of this server that make it a little bit different than other servers, or at least, you know, make it, you know, the key features and whatnot that happen on the server as opposed to, you know, other stuff. And we'll also go ahead and show you guys a couple of other things along the way. So that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and get on into this episode of the faction so I could show you guys what's up with all the new stuff going on this server as opposed to Mineage. Okay, guys, so one of the first things that you will notice when coming onto the server is that if you were to go like many other faction servers and try to do /warp shop, that won't actually work because there is no shop warp. And you're thinking to yourself, well, where's the shop? You know, how do I get to it and get to, you know, the good type of things that will allow me to get all types of good stuff to be able to murder everyone else and then take all their stuff and so on and so forth? Well, the potion shop is right here next to the wall, so you can PvP right next to the wall. But if you can see right here, you know, you have some fire res potions, some strength potions, some strength potion. Wait, is that one of those? It might be healing, actually. I can't really tell the difference between them because it's too similar, but that's a swiftness potion right there. Obviously, you come over here, that's instant health and stuff like that. Oh, that's strength extended, strength 2. Okay. But anyway, you have all these potions here, but the cooler thing that I want to show you guys right now is the /shop command. So if you guys do /shop, it'll bring you to a bunch of different categories and stuff. So you have blocks, mob drops, farm items, spawners, valuables, raiding, brewing, wool, stained blocks, and food. So let me just go ahead and click on, let's just say, farm animals for now, or farm items, my bad. And so what you can do in here is you can see the different stuff and their values and stuff. So like, let's see, you see right here is you can buy an oak sapling for 5 in-game dollars, and you could sell them for free. Basically, they're worthless if you sell them, but you could buy them if you want them for, you know, for $5. So what you could do right now is you could go ahead and slip on over to maybe, let's say, the sugarcane part, and you can see that it's $40 to buy it, and then $10 to, you know, sell it. And you know, the amount that you buy is right here. So let's say 16, it's 8 for this one, 1 for this one, etc., etc. So let me go ahead and buy 16 sugarcane right now. So you see that it automatically went into my inventory. It also cost me $40 to do it, if you see in the bottom left hand corner right there. So if I want to go ahead and sell it now, that was a left click, by the way. So if I want to sell it, it's a right click, and then it sells it, and then it goes like that. So it actually makes it a little bit easier as opposed to, you know, wanting to actually go ahead and head on over to the shop every single time you want to buy and sell something. You could be in your base and you could say you have a full inventory of iron, you know, because you have all your iron golem spawners or whatever like that. All you have to do is open up the /shop command, /shop, and then you go overhead and do the valuables tab, and then you go ahead and just sell all your iron ingots, your single iron ingots for, you know, $8 each. Or you can go ahead and make them into blocks of iron and then sell them for 72 each, etc., etc. You know, that's basically the way it works. And so now the next thing that I want to show you guys is a cool feature that's probably not available on too many other faction servers, mostly because it's like basically a custom coded plugin. So if you come right here, I think it's right here. So you see the world borders and stuff. So if you guys are wondering what the overworld border is, it's 1200 by 1200. The nether border is 8000 by, or sorry, that's 12,000. It is 8000 by 8000. The end is 4000 by 4000, and the underground is 2000 by 2000. Now you might be wondering, hey Tomahawk, what the heck is the underground? Well, thank you so much for asking, because I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now. So if you want to do it, there's actually a specific portal you can make to take you to the underground, but usually no one uses that, and I could probably show you guys how to do it in a later episode. But you know, if you guys want to go to the underground, all you have to do is /warp underground. So you come in here and you go into the underground and you says, welcome to the underground. And this is basically a biome that, as the name suggests, is completely and utterly underground. So if you guys come over here, you know, it heads off in this area and it looks all nice and pretty and all that sort of stuff. And basically you can live in this place. I'm sure you can claim your faction here as well. And it's just like underground. It's got a bunch of cool stuff. It's also got a bunch of minerals and stuff. You know, it's got like diamonds and all that sort of good stuff. Plus, it's got these pre-generated houses. So like, if you want to make your faction base out of something that, you know, you don't want to make it, but you still want to look pretty, or like you don't want to make a faction base at all and you just want to have like a nice little house, you could go into the underground and then head off really, really far. And hopefully no one finds you, and you can just chill inside one of these little houses. Not to mention, you go inside these houses, and let me just go ahead and go right here. And you might go up to like the second floor, which is like, oh, let's say you go right here, and there's actually items that are pre-generated in chests and stuff. So like, this is actually like a full-on biome, like slash dimension type thing. You guys go and explore. I know, like, I checked out earlier, I was flying around just to make sure that everything was generating properly, and I found a couple of diamonds and maybe, I think it was like an enchanted iron sword or something inside one of these things. So like, it kind of reminds me of like Cube Evolution in a way, like where the rewards that are inside the chests. But to be honest, I love this biome and it's absolutely amazing. And there's also something special you could get in this biome. Technically you could use it in other biomes too, but it's not available right now because we need to do some bug testing to make sure that it does. Oops, sorry, something just blew up there. But it's to make sure that the bug testing, we're bug testing it right now to try to fix a bug that basically makes it so this thing cannot be used to take down a faction base. If you guys are wondering what this thing is, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to myself really quick. It's slash the underground give machine that one tomahawk. So if you guys, I give this thing to myself, and it says in this thing in my inventory, it looks like a, you know, it looks like a friggin' hopper. Yeah, it looks like a hopper. So what I do is I use this thing, it's called the mining machine, and I go ahead and give myself some coal. So give that one tomahawk. By the way, I'm gonna get rid of all this stuff. This is just for the sake of like showing you guys how this stuff works. I'm gonna go with coal 64. There you go. So I give myself 64 coal. So if, let's just say I want to use this mining machine. I think ultimately you'll be able to find them in this dimension. Not to mention, I think you'll be able to buy them on the shop at some point. I'm not entirely sure, but anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and put this down right here, and it automatically changes it into this weird machine right here. So you see that this has got the piston right here, the furnace right here, and then the lever. So the lever turns it on. I go ahead and right click on the furnace, and I can put myself some coal in there because that's how you power the mining machine. So then I go ahead and right click this thing, and then it starts doing its job, and it's gonna start doing this little animation where it starts digging down, so on and so forth. And you guys see how it has the hopper down there, and then it's also got the cobblestone wall, and it's basically a quarry. If you guys know what a quarry is, it'll spit out items. It tries to spit out the items, you know, towards the top, because, you know, obviously it'll come out right there. But some of them obviously get stuck down here and they go back down. But that's pretty much what it does. I guess it uses Silk Touch because it, you know, it kept the grass blocks and stuff. But it'll keep going all the way down until bedrock, or until it runs out of coal. Obviously it'll probably make it down to bedrock before it reaches down those coal. But this is what, like, one of the cooler things that at least my opinion, that's one of the cooler things. And then when you right click it again, if you guys saw that really quick, let me just go ahead and show you guys. As you turn it on and off, it retracts and contracts. Or, you know, I don't know how to use those words properly, but it does those things, and it makes it really cool. Let me go ahead and get myself in GMC really quick. There we go. Just gonna break that and make sure no one grabs that, because that thing's worth a lot. And it's kind of buggy, and it's basically the secret to raiding any base right now, because basically, if you guys saw it, it breaks a 3x3 area. And what ended up happening is, if you put, let's say someone's faction claim was right here, and you put the thing right here, it would basically destroy the stuff that's in their faction claim. So we actually have to fix that. It's a bug right now. That's why it's not available for you guys to use right now. But anyway, so that's the underground. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the overworld, and I'll continue to show you guys the other features and stuff this server has. There's a couple other things I want to show you guys, not to mention I want to show you guys the base. So we're gonna go ahead and head back over to the overworld, and I'll show you guys the rest of what's going on in a moment. Okay guys, so we traveled back to the Spawnocopias, and it's actually not really Spawnocopia, but anyway, it's still Spawn. So if you guys see over here, you guys probably saw it earlier, there's a bunch of crates on the stuff, and if you guys play on any faction server, crates are the new amazing thing that for some reason are so much fun and so addicting, because I think just because they're so fun and addicting on CSGO, everyone just suddenly loves them and adores them on a faction server because they just apply so perfectly. So if you guys are wondering what like basically the way these things work, I might as well explain it right now. I'm gonna go ahead and just get out of fly mode because I don't really need to worry about it. Actually, I'm gonna stay in fly mode because it's really cool. Obviously, I'm not gonna be flying and using all that sort of creative stuff after this episode. It's just to show you guys. This is basically an episode to explain everything that's gonna be going on and just, you know, explain the ways things work here. And then the next episode will actually go back to, you know, the regular faction episodes where we're actually playing super super legit and all that sort of stuff. So actually, I'm having a phone call right now from my grandmother. I'm gonna go ahead and decline that call because I'm doing a video right now. My goodness. All right. So if you come right here, this is the voter crate. This is the very first crate out of all the series. So you can actually get these crates without purchasing them on the shop. What you have to do is you actually have the ability to vote for the server. And, you know, if you do /vote, a bunch of stuff comes up in the chat where it's like, you know, click on a bunch of stuff. You can click on these links. It'll take you to a place where you can go ahead and vote. I think only the first one gives you a key. So what you can do is you vote and then it gives you a key. I'm going to go ahead and actually give myself one of the keys just to simulate what the stuff's going on. So we're going to go ahead and go up here. I forgot what the command was. There it is. Okay, I found the command. Crate key, give that one tomahawk. Oops, that one tomahawk. And then we're going to go ahead and voter 1. So there you go. I gave myself a key. So you're going to vote, and then you're going to give yourself this key. And then obviously you're going to use it right here. So let's go ahead and check out the possible rewards. So if you guys go ahead and left click on any of these crates, you can actually see what's inside of them. So you have a 2% chance of getting any spawners. Some spawners I think have a 4% chance, like the spider, skeleton, and zombie. And then you have these creeper eggs. You have more crate keys and stuff like that. So your best bet on here is to probably hope for being able to get a better crate key out of these things. So like, you know, you have an 8% chance of getting a common crate key. So you're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna actually ignore this person because they're spamming results on me right now. There we go. Okay, so obviously you have the ability to do that, and so I'm gonna go ahead and use this voter key. So you have your voter key in your hand, then you right click the key, and then you get, see what I just got. It says it in chat. It says I got $250 and 100 XP. So the XP goes into my XP bar, as you saw at the bottom. It changed my levels and stuff. But let's just assume I got myself, you know, another crate key, and you can just see the different stuff that's inside of these things. For some reason, I can't actually open this one and see what's inside of it right now. Might be a little bit of a bug, but let me just go ahead and open this one right now. So like, as you progress, you know, you can buy these on the shop, or you can get lucky and get better crate keys as you get the voter one. So like, I saw someone who was really lucky and got a voter key, and opened it and got like 6 legendary keys out of it, and also got some other thing. Plus, someone also got a rank out of it. So like, the best things you could probably get out of these things, if you open the mythical crate right here, you can obviously get all this prop 4 and stuff. It has like 15% chance of dropping, all that good stuff right here. Actually, so that's prop 3 for some reason. Oh yeah, it's a little bit different. But anyway, so you come right here and you see these things that are right here. So you can get a paladin rank as well as a noble rank. So you guys like are feeling lucky and you guys want to be really cheap and not pay for an actual rank, which to be honest, I do the same thing here. You could probably manage to get a good key out of, you know, you could open this with your voter key because you get 1 voter key a day, and you could basically get lucky and get yourself a mythical crate key, and then from there you could get like a 1% chance of getting like a noble or a paladin rank, and then on legendary stuff you get more sort of stuff. So that's actually really cool the way the crate system works. We try to keep it, you know, not super pay to win. Obviously, you know, people can buy keys if they want to. It's not necessarily mandatory, because, you know, you don't have to if you don't want to. But I don't know. I think the way the crate system works right now is a little bit good. It needs a little bit of tweaking to make it absolutely perfect. I want to add like an animation that like cycles through stuff and eventually lands through stuff when you open it. That'd be actually pretty cool. But we need to hire a developer for that, and a bunch of other stuff. So that's the way that works. And there's finally one last thing that I want to be able to show you guys, but I can't actually show you guys right now because it's a timely event. So I'm gonna go ahead and explain it as I just sit here and fly around spawn and show you a bunch of cool stuff that's just outside of spawn in the area, like the PvP zone. Outside of the spawn area. So there's this thing that happens once every 40 minutes on the server, and it'll say in chat, it'll say a random crate drop has been dropped at these coordinates. So it'll pick a random amount of coordinates. So let's say it's 69, 69, 69, there'll be a crate drop. And so what happens is automatically what the server will do is every 40 minutes it'll drop a crate somewhere around the map, and the crate can have a bunch of different stuff inside of it. Actually, I can go ahead and show you guys crate rewards. There we go. Oops, I spelt it wrong. There we go. Oops, crate rewards, I think, is 2 words. There we go. So if you guys go in here, these random crate drops, they actually have the ability to drop, let's say, you know, this is a tier 1, so that is $2,500 and a bunch of XP, more money, more XP, more money, more XP, and some tokens, which you can use at the token shop. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. Then you have the pickaxe, and then bows, and so on and so forth. It gets better. The creeper eggs is really nice. So the chances of like these basically happening are rare. So obviously you can get 2 god apples and these sort of things. And what it'll do is it'll drop, like, you'll know what the crate looks like. It's basically one of those pistons. Like if you ever played on the Hive, it has, you know what the chests look like. It's basically one of those. It gets dropped randomly, and all you have to do is right click on it and get to it. So basically the cool thing is like, you know, it'll be dropped, and then you'll have a whole bunch of people from a whole bunch of different factions all racing to get to the crate at the exact same time, and your goal is to be the first person to get there and get the crate and get the good stuff that comes out of it. It adds a little bit more of a community aspect to the server. And also there's this other thing that basically happens with like community events, when basically the staff will make a raid and then post the coordinates to the raid in chat, and it'll be a really good raid, and a bunch of different factions will attempt to either work together or try to kill each other in attempts to get whatever is inside the raid. So it's like we try to keep the community a little bit closer, as opposed to a bunch of people just trying to do their own thing and make it a little bit cooler. So that's the way that sort of thing thing works. I'm sort of excited about that. And that's pretty much the explanation to everything that goes on the server that makes it different from other faction servers, minus the token thing, but that's just basically another shop where you can buy stuff with your tokens that you get from either voting or buying a rank or so on and so forth, other versions of getting tokens and all that sort of stuff. So that's pretty much everything that there is to know about the server and stuff. Let's go ahead and head on over to the base and show you guys how it looks after I transferred it over, the completed version from MineAge. It's going to look great. You guys are going to be happy about it. You're going to think it's awesome. Let's go ahead and head on over there right now. Here we are then at our house. That is finally a base that I can say I'm very, very proud of. We're sitting here inside of it. This is a 30 by 30 obsidian bunker, as is copied from the MineAge PvP server. If you look inside here, there's a bunch of chests, most of which have nothing inside them. And basically over here, you see this thing right here. You got yourselves your chests, you got your things like that, and there's some kit stuff that Furry got from his starter kit. And if you see this thing right here is actually something that Furry made. I hopped on and I was like, whoa, why'd you already make this thing? He's like, oh, just because I was bored and I wanted to have some fun. And he's like, and I was like, oh, okay. So this is actually an automatic sugarcane farm. So if you come around the back, there's actually a bunch of redstone that you guys can see that uses this thing. I don't even know how Furry made it, or if he just watched a tutorial on how to do this sort of thing, but it's actually pretty efficient in terms of materials, except it uses a lot of pistons. But I like it. It looks really cool. And all that sort of stuff. You know, it might be a little bit inefficient in the sense that it, you know, doesn't wait, like, you know, some of these pop up and they don't instantly get, you know, destroyed. But who really cares about that? Because, you know, all it cares about right now is going to the shop right now and going right here and then selling all that stuff for good monies. Am I right? Look at that. We just made like $40 right there. Actually, we made exactly $40 right there. Making money on this server appears to be extremely hard. But anyway, I know what you guys are all wanting right now. All you guys are like, what are the defenses on this place? What freaking awesome defenses do you have on this place to make it all nice and good? And if you guys are wondering, yes, this house right here is inside the border. I made sure to make it inside the border. I ain't gonna be a cheater. All right, you guys can come find this place. Some people have already found this place, to be honest. But if you guys want to see what the defenses are on this place, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys right now. So I'm going to use this compass to go through the wall. Oop, what the heck was that? Oh, yeah, I guess I fell underneath. I'm going to go ahead and set my P-time higher, P-time day. I think some, yeah, there we go. Player, that, if you guys are wondering what P-time does, it basically changes the time for your player, but not necessarily the time for everyone else. So for everyone else, it's still nighttime, but for my client side, it's still daytime. So if you guys see right here, the first thing you'll notice is the sponges to prevent the water from going all the way down to the bottom of the, you know, place and making this thing amazing. But look at this thing. Look at the amount of sheer protection we have on this thing. So obviously you can see the first protection is the obsidian right here, and then right here is the alternating pattern between obsidian as well as slabs to prevent hybrid protection. Then you see right here is a block of airspace plus water right there, plus a block of wall right there all the way around to protect yourself. Then we have ourselves the pancakes that are 5 blocks wide, going all the way up and down, alternating between each other and filling in the gaps right there. The pancakes are an awesome protection for the base. We're going to go ahead and head on over here. Then we have ourselves the, I don't know what these are called. I'm going to call them the lines. We have the lines that are alternating between each other, making sure they protect the house even more. They're much like pancakes, except they're not as thick. And then we have 5 of those coming along. Then we have the next one, which is the 45 degrees, which is basically, it goes up 45 degrees like that, and then it's got a slab on top of it. Then it has water on top of that. And then we have the next one, which is the, I forgot what these are called. I think they're called, like, I'm going to call them sand castles because I have no idea what they're actually called. We have the sand castles, which is basically a bunch of sand sitting on top of some cobblestone. What basically it does is it stops hybrid cannons by, if someone tries to hybrid cannon it, it goes boom, and then the sand falls, and then they have to keep doing it until all the sand's gone. It's basically a big pain in the butt for them. And then finally, we have the protection on the outside, which right here is another 2 layers of water wall going all the way around. It is amazing. I know this protection for the base is fantastic. It would be a lava wall going all the way down, but we do have lava flow turned off on the server, basically because of the fact that lava walls are sometimes annoying, so we don't need to worry about that. And if you guys are wondering, that exact thing right there is copied on all exactly 4 sides of this thing, making this base pretty difficult to raid. If people find it and they look at this base, they're like, wow, I don't even want to mess with that because it's going to take me like 20 years to raid it. And I'm like, yes, that was what I was shooting for. I wanted a base that would take at least 20 episodes before someone actually manages to raid it and we have to move somewhere. So that makes this place absolutely amazing. And obviously my future plans for it are to probably set up maybe like from this side right here going down like this. And then going right there all the way up to the top, making it a bunch of, I gotta ignore this person because they're spamming me. There you go. Boom. I should probably just turn off TP teleports, to be honest. But anyway, oops, gotta do that. There we go. So, we're gonna make this thing probably all iron golem spawners to make sure we have lots of money. Then we'll make this area like maybe creeper spawners and stuff so we could get like, you know, stuff. Or maybe we make a pigman spawner one so we could get gold for god apples. But we have plans in store and I'm excited for it. That's pretty much everything that I have to show you guys in this episode. We'll go back to regular faction stuff in the next one. Cue the outro thing. Alrighty then, guys. I'd like to thank you guys for watching this factions episode, enduring the explanations as to all the things and ins and outs of this server, and listening to me ramble on for about 20 minutes. I appreciate the fact that you guys stuck here until the end. If you would like to come play factions with me on a regular basis on my server, or if you would like to come play, you know, Kit PvP as well as Prison, because we got those too, plus we have some other game modes coming in the future, please go to hub.viraticmc.net. The IP will also be in the description of the video. If for some reason you couldn't hear me properly and you want to actually just copy and paste because you're a lazy person, I feel you. I'm the same exact way. Don't worry about it. IP will be in the description. I'll probably be streaming later on today. I don't know why I'm throwing that out there. Obviously, you might be watching this, you know, in like 3 weeks from now, for all I know. But anyway, I hope you guys are going to enjoy the server. I'm going to have lots of fun playing on it and, you know, having fun with you guys and all that sorts of things. I don't know if we're having staff applications open right now. We might or might not. It might have to go to the forums and stuff. I'll have all the information you guys need to know about the server in the description, so don't worry about that. Anyway, guys, I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a nice day, please. I try.